have in North America, leave our families and go over. This is a big deal. I need to know. You know the story, dead silence, nothing. But I didn't struggle as long with it that time. So I finally said to my husband one day, I said, you know what, if you want to send your application in for global missions, you have my backing 100%. And the reason he wanted that from me, and I said to him, I said, you're putting a lot of pressure on me to make this decision. He said, no, I'm not. He said, I need to know that you feel this too, because I married a preacher, and when I married a preacher, I was born in a preacher's home. I married a preacher, so all my life, I have not gone where I wanted to go. I followed my husband's calling. And I knew what I was signing up for, and I've been okay with that. It's not been a big deal. Some places that we have gone, I knew within my heart it was God's will. Other places I went because my husband thought it was God's will. But this time, this was such a big move, he wanted me to feel it. So I said to my husband, I'm with you, I'm on board, but I said, I just got this feeling like if this is God's will, it's going to go so fast it will make our kids spin. Since I have committed before the confirmation has come in 3 miracles in our lives. Number 1, the normal process from the time headquarters gets your application until you actually start deputation can be 3 years to, worst case scenario, 5 years. You've been through it, you understand that. We did it in 5 months. Brother Tuttle looked at us. He said, I hope you're writing this down, because he said, we don't know that any other missionary has gone through the process this fast. 5 months, miracle number 1. Number 2, when we went last year, headquarters told us after we were into the process, oh, by the way, at the end of the year, we're going to send you a 1099 for all the money that has been sent over to support you while you're there. And we're like, oh, okay. Went to our CPA and said, what could this mean for us? So he ran some numbers. He said, it could mean that you owe $10,000 at the end of the year. And our jaws just kind of dropped. We're like, Lord, we don't have $10,000. But I had the attitude, God, if this is your will, this is not my problem. You called us, the details are your problem. So we're going to go, and whatever happens, happens. We came back, and this year we did our taxes, and not only did we not owe $10,000, but we got a $3,000 rebate. That's a $13,000. We did not even have time to get our house on the market for sale before we started deputation. We were into it about 2 weeks. We finally got the house on the market. A 4-year-old home in a brand new area where there's still new houses going up all around us. Some houses on the market for more than 1 year. On day 4, we had 2 offers, and on day 5, we signed a contract. So God, but the thunder has been rolling, and the lightning has been flashing.
God asked Moses for a commitment, and after he followed through on the commitment, God gave confirmation. This is my will. The same thing, that if we will make a commitment to God, understand God too will speak to you, and God will confirm in your life, but He's waiting for you to make that commitment in your life. Number 2, routine requirements first, great responsibilities second. I don't have time to teach on all these. You probably figured out I used to be a teacher in Bible school, so a lot of different points. Let me just pass over. You can do this on your own. Is that to understand there was a requirement. Bible says that God gave Abraham and his descendants a covenant. With that covenant, there was a commitment. And so because Moses ignored that covenant, he let his son grow up, who was never circumcised, but they were ready to cross over into the promised land. And so God said, if you don't take care of this, I'm going to kill him. And so we must understand God does not look at routine, just mundane things as unimportant. He could have argued, I'm taking care of 3.5 million people. You called me into this. I'm busy. I'm burning the candle at both ends. But yet God was willing to take a life because that which we would consider mundane or routine was not important. But God will look at the small things. But if we're faithful in the small things, if you young men and young women, if you are seeking God's will, be faithful in whatever you can be faithful in. And if you'll be faithful in that small thing, God will stretch you. God will pull at you. He'll give you another responsibility. If you're faithful enough, then God will stretch you, and God will tug at you, and you'll grow. And through that, God will confirm His will for your life. Who knows what God will do in your life? But don't consider the little tiny things, the mundane things, and the small things as insignificant. If there's a call of God in your life, young man, if